Last time we filed every account away in a chart of accounts, but right now those accounts are just full of numbers sitting on two sides, debit side, credit side. What do we actually do with that? If I add up everything on the debit side of the bank, for example, and everything on the credit side, what do you think the difference actually tells me? Well, it tells me what's in that account right now, and that's what we call the balance. Let's have a bank account. This is the bank account. It's the bank key account. Do you remember those? So every accounting period starts somewhere. So this account already has an opening balance. This is just the opening balance, which is brought down. So we say balance brought down 600. We're going to put a few transactions in here. We're going to have a customer payment. So we'll have a customer payment here, say that's, for example, 700, and another customer payment of, let's call it 200. Perfect. And over on the credit side, let's have a few expenses. We could have rent of, what should we have rent? 500, say, software, another expense. So expenses come out on the credit side. Software, 100. And let's say we'll have electricity, 100, and a payment to a supplier payment of 300. So there's a few transactions in the bank. Real accounts rarely just have one entry. They'll have several entries like this on either side of the account as we go through the month. To find the balance on this account, first of all, we need to add up all the transactions on the debit side. So they would come to 1,500. Just a little note down here. That's a note. And add up all the transactions on the credit side. 5, 6, 7, 10. 1,000 on this side. The biggest side wins. And we'll call that the total of this account. So 1,500 here. And because the biggest side wins, this is also going to be 1,500. But this doesn't add up to 1,500. It only adds up to 1,000. So we need to put in a figure here to balance so that the two sides balance. And we'll call this a balancing figure. We'll just call it a balance and we'll carry it down. We'll then carry this balance down below the line so we can start the next period with the correct balance on the account, just like we started this one with a balance brought down from the previous period. So which side do you think will carry this balance down? Well, when you bring it down below the double line, sorry, this is a double line. When you bring it down below the double line, it doesn't stay on the credit side, it flips over. So it's going to be opening on the debit side. So this will be the balance brought down is 500. Why do we bring it down here? It's simply the number needed to make both sides equal before we rule the account off. Once we've ruled this account off, we haven't lost this money. We still need to start the next period with exactly the same balance. So that's why we bring it down on the opposite side. In the next period, this figure will appear here. The bank's an asset account, so we expect to see the balance on the debit side because asset accounts normally sit on the debit side. But what would happen, for example, let's just say the electricity bill was 1,100, just for example. So the credit side now adds up to 11, 12, 15, 2,000. This is the bigger side, it's 2,000. So this would also be 2,000. We wouldn't have a balance carried down on the credit side. We don't need that. We need a figure here to make this side add up to 2,000. So that is 1,500. So we need 500 on this side now, on the debit side. That would be the balance carried down. We're going to carry 500 down. So the next period, it'll flip over to the other side and become the balance brought down on The credit side, which is the wrong side for an asset. Assets normally sit on the debit. If you ever see the bank sitting on the credit side, that's an overdraft. Not so good. Every account in your ledger gets the same treatment eventually. Add up both sides, find the biggest side. The biggest side is the total, and then the smaller side gets a balancing figure so that side also adds up to the total. That will be the balance carried down, and then the balance brought down, flipped over to the other side, and that's brought down to the next period. Not every account carries its balance forward the same way that the bank just did. Some accounts empty out completely at the end of the next period and don't have a balance brought down. We'll get to why in another episode. Balancing an account doesn't change the balance, it simply proves what the balance already is. But those balances don't appear out of nowhere. Those balances don't appear out of nowhere. Every one of them comes from a transaction, and the next question is, where do these transactions come from? Many of them come from invoices and bills. An invoice creates a record of money coming in, and a bill creates a record of money going out. So that's where we're heading next, invoices and bills. We'll see you then.